So have you felt it? That kind of quiet unease about the economy? That feeling that something big is just around the corner. People are starting to whisper about a major market crash, maybe in 2026. But here's a wild thought. What if that crisis, the one everyone's so scared of, is actually the single biggest wealth-building opportunity of your entire life?
And that, right there, is the heart of it all. See, a crash isn't just a thing that happens. It's a choice. It forces every single one of us to decide which story we're going to be a part of. Is it going to be the story of panic and loss? Or the story of preparation and incredible gain?
All right, so to really get a grip on the opportunity, we first have to look at the warning signs. And honestly, if you're paying attention, that feeling of a storm brewing is pretty hard to miss.
I mean, it starts with the simple stuff, right? The cost of just living, groceries, gas, rent. It's stretching family budgets to the absolute breaking point. When the essentials get this expensive, it puts this massive pressure on the whole system.
And then you look over at the financial markets. The charts are just all over the place. They're swinging like crazy. Now that is not a sign of a healthy, confident economy. That kind of volatility, it's screaming that investors are deeply uncertain about what's coming next. And hiding underneath all of that, this absolute mountain of debt. We're talking student loans, car payments, credit cards. It's at a record high. This means millions and millions of people have zero financial cushion. They are literally one emergency away from a personal crisis. And when that happens on a huge scale, it becomes a national one. If all of this is giving you a little bit of déjà vu, well, it should. This is the exact same vibe, the same shaky foundation that we had right before the 2008 crash. And history has a funny way of telling us we should probably listen to that feeling.
So when that crash does happen, it's like a fork in the road appears. And the path you end up on, it's not decided by how much money you have in the bank. It's decided by how you think.
I mean, look at this. It really lays out the two futures so clearly. On one side, you've got the panic mindset. That's selling when everyone else is selling, following the crowd, and, well, losing wealth. But on the other side, you've got the prepared mindset. That's seeing fear as a signal to buy, thinking for yourself, and actually building wealth. It's the exact same event, just two totally different outcomes.
Let's, for a second, explore that path of panic, because that's the road most people are unfortunately going to take, and understanding their reaction is the absolute key to seeing your opportunity.
You can already see the headlines, can't you? The news is just going to be plastered with terrifying messages like this, all designed to crank up the fear. And that narrative, it's going to drive the decisions of millions.
And it's a total chain reaction, right? Like dominoes falling. Stocks drop, so people panic sell, which makes stocks drop even more. Then the banks get scared and they stop lending money. The housing market just grinds to a halt. And of course, social media will pour gasoline on the fire, amplifying all that fear 1,000 times over. It's a perfect storm.
Okay, but while that storm is absolutely raging, a small, prepared group of people will be doing the exact opposite. Their path isn't chaotic, it's calm, it's strategic, and it's based on one incredibly powerful idea. This is it. This is the crucial point. Wealth doesn't just, poof, disappear in a crash. It moves. It literally transfers from the pockets of the fearful and unprepared into the hands of the patient and the prepared. It's not magic. It's just the basic mechanics of every single market cycle. And here's exactly how it works. It's pretty simple. 1. Fear makes people sell perfectly good assets. We're talking stocks, real estate, for way less than they're actually worth. 2. The prepared investors, they step in and buy those same assets at a massive discount. 3. The economy, it always eventually recovers and prices go back to normal. And 4, just like that, wealth has officially changed hands. So stop and think about what this really means. We're not just talking numbers on a screen. We're talking about homes that seemed way out of reach suddenly becoming affordable. We're talking about solid blue-chip companies basically being on sale. These are tangible, life-changing opportunities that become available to everyday people. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Yeah, this is great, but it's just for the rich. But listen, this potential 2026 crash has a game-changing twist. Technology has leveled the playing field in a way we have never, ever seen before. First off, let's be super clear. This cycle is nothing new. Just look at the history books. Every major crash, 1929, 2000, 2008, was followed by a period of massive wealth creation for those who were ready for it. The pattern is totally consistent. The only thing that's different now is who gets to participate. And the reason why is you now have access to tools that used to be locked away on Wall Street. We're talking free financial education all over the internet, low-cost trading apps right on your phone, ridiculously powerful data tools, heck, the ability to launch a global business from your laptop. The old barriers, they've been completely demolished.
So the new dividing line? It isn't rich versus poor anymore. It's the informed versus the uninformed. Success in the next downturn won't be about how much money you start with, but how much knowledge you start with.
And that brings everything right back to you. See, the future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we prepare for. So the big question is, how do you put yourself on the right side of this massive wealth transfer?
Look, these steps are actually pretty simple, but they do take discipline. Number 1, build a cash reserve. Think of this as your opportunity fund. It's what lets you buy when everyone else is being forced to sell. Number 2, get aggressive and pay down that high-interest debt. That debt is just an anchor that'll hold you back when you need to be quick on your feet. 3, and this is a big one, start learning now. Don't wait for the crisis to hit. Understand what makes a good investment before it goes on sale. And finally, number 4, make a plan. Know what you're looking for so when the opportunity shows up, you can act with confidence instead of fear. It really all starts today.
I absolutely love this quote because it completely reframes the whole conversation, doesn't it? A crash isn't something to be afraid of. If you're prepared, it's an event to welcome. It's like a rare sale on the world's best assets. It's a disaster that's secretly a gift.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one question. We know for a fact that in a crash, wealth doesn't just vanish into thin air. It moves from one group of people to another. So the only real question left is, when it moves, will it be moving toward you?